And the next one's the Cranford Regeneration plan, and I've inserted myself in there. Delegate to the Chief Executive and the Mayor, so take out and or Mayor-elect, because I can't, I or the Mayor that's elected can't be a decision maker in that time frame until they're sworn in. So delegate to the Chief Executive and the Mayor. No, you can't do that. So what you can... You can? You can? Oh. Yeah, well that's what I... Yeah. Okay. And or Mayor-elect.
The Mayor-elect is strictly speaking an eligible person, but...
Yeah. Yeah, well you don't need and, actually. It's either the Mayor or the Mayor-elect. Yeah. Because you're either one or the other. You have either one or the other. Okay, delegate to the Chief Executive and the Mayor or Mayor-elect the power to approve the draft outline for the Cranford Regeneration Plan prepared in accordance with the Act, so that it can be submitted to Regenerate Christchurch for review. And I guess the purpose of this being, sort of put through a delegation is to ensure that there is no time lost in getting that first regeneration plan onto the table. So you move that?
I've got a question if I can.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yep. And the question relates to the relationship between the piece of work we're talking about here, the draft outline, and the draft regeneration plan. And what I'm mindful of is if the new council who would approve the draft regeneration plan had a different view than what was put out in what was put forward in the draft outline, that would be able to be picked up as that piece of work.
So we're having a bit of a debate with the other strategic partners at the moment as to what fits within a draft outline, and the Act does specifically refer to them being concise. So the information in them, what concise means, is a matter of interpretation. But one would imagine
short.
It's something pretty short, and so we are having workshops and other meetings on that, and we'll get some informal feedback from the other partners on something we've submitted at the end of next week. But our view is that the information in the draft outline is pretty broad, so would not get into detail as to what the future, of the regeneration plan would look like. It would simply outline what is proposed in a very broad sense. So that does provide you, I think, with a little bit of flexibility, but we're talking a little bit about unknowns, because this is the first cab off the proverbial rank at the moment, and we are all working our way through it.
Yeah, no, that's good, because
so I can't give you an absolute guarantee as to what the process is if someone were to change their mind.
Yeah, no, that's fine, and it's noted in the report that the draft regeneration plan is the more substantive document of the two. That's where the rubber really hits the road.
And that's when the engagement process begins.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And second question, and it may not be a question for you, Richard, because it's more of a process question. The resolution we've got on the screen in front of us, does that require the agreement of the Mayor and the Chief Executive? I'm mindful that the Mayor-elect could be one of a number of people, and there may be more or less experience of these processes that comes with that person, depending who it is. So would there be a requirement for the Chief Executive and the Mayor-elect to share a view before the thing could be signed off? I guess it speaks to assumptions and level of comfort.
So my reading of that is that both the Mayor-elect and the Mayor, or the Mayor and the Chief Executive would certainly want to share a view on it prior to us formally submitting the draft outline.
I think it's sufficiently early in the process for comfort to be taken from the fact that it's the draft regeneration plan that actually is the document that goes out for public engagement. All of the strategic partners are going to be, they're looking at an early draft at the moment.
Yep. So
a little bit longer than perhaps it should be, but I think Richard's making a very good point, that it's the first cab off the rank,
Yep.
and we want to do it well, but we don't want to hold it up. And I think that's the purpose for the delegation.
Yep.
So I think
Yep.
you just have to take comfort from the fact that whoever is elected as mayor will take advice and look at how the strategic partners have responded.
Yeah, and the level of comfort really comes from the answers to my previous question, that the more substantive document is yet to come, the more
Yes, it
substantive
certainly
piece is
is,
yet
yeah.
to come. Now, I'm happy with that, that's fine.
Absolutely. All right, I will put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Oh, did we have